Here it is. It's been almost 5 years since 15 tornadoes hit the Miami Valley, and News Center 7 tracked those twisters Memorial Day night, and it forever changed people's lives.
That was especially true for the Hanna family in Celina. The twister tossed a car into Dale Hanna's home, killing him. He was 82. I talked with his family 5 years later.
He was a man of God. He had accepted Jesus Christ as his Savior.
Ruth is talking about her husband's uncle, Dale Hanna. Dale lived just a few houses down from the couple, and when Dale's wife died, Ruth became his confidant.
He was missing her a lot, and he said, I just want to go be with Dot.
And with his 2 daughters living out of state, Ruth also became Dale's caregiver.
He just needed someone to help him with his meds, getting to medical appointments, and I did that. I'm a nurse. Retired nurse.
Memorial Day 2019, life changed for the Hannas. Ruth was getting ready for bed and got a text from her daughter.
Mom, they said there's a tornado over by Cheryl Ann, which is just one road over from us, and head in your direction. And I'm like, oh.
News Center 7 was tracking that tornado when it hit Celina.
Situation that has been ongoing as this. I'm sorry, I'm getting to.
I stood up, and that soon I heard the tornado coming. And it is like they said, a freight train coming, that rumble.
Ruth and her husband took cover from the twister in their basement.
We had a lot of damage here, but it didn't take our house.
Uncle Dale's house took a direct hit.
He was in bed asleep. He had his hearing aids out. I doubt that he heard anything coming.
Dale was killed by a car while asleep.
The tornado picked up and slammed it to his house, the back of his head, into his bedroom, and it hit him. Took him instantly.
Ruth was the one to tell Dale's 2 daughters.
I had to make the call. That was hard. And I told him that we had a tornado hit and that their dad didn't survive. That was a lot to take in.
Somehow Dale's Boston Terrier, Missy, survived the storm.
And he said, well, there was a dog sitting in what had been like a living area.
Dale's Bible was intact too.
He always had it on the dining table. He did a lot of Bible reading there and studying. It was still sitting on the table where he had left it open.
Ruth showed me the Bible. She also showed me the vest Dale wore while building churches on mission trips.
He served him faithfully, and he knew that when he passed, he would go to heaven.
Ruth said the entire Hanna family was built on faith.
You can't replace a person. You know, you just can't replace a human life.
But Ruth said you can find comfort.
I miss him, but I'm not overly sad, and that might sound bad. But he got to be where he wanted to be. He had lived his life, and he was ready to move on so he could be with Dot.
Emotional story.
Sure is, yes.
Well, I talked with one of Dale's daughters. She didn't want to do an interview. She said it was too hard for her, but she did say in addition to taking her father, the tornado also destroyed a lot of family heirlooms that were a reminder of her mother as well, who died 5 years earlier.
You know, and we hear it, and again, thankfully, as she said, he didn't know it was coming, and he died instantly. But you know, I guess the thing we can all learn from is to get to a safe place.
Right.
You know, we heard her talking about the fact that she was in the basement. We can all learn from this.
Well, and a lot of the people that I've talked with, they said that they have alerts on their phones now. A lot's changed because of what happened in 2019.
A very touching story. Very well done, Gabrielle.
Thank you. Well, I also talked with Bob Claiborne, who lost his wife on Memorial Day. Catherine, who had dementia, went for a walk just a few hours before the tornado hit the couple's Harrison Township neighborhood. Now, her body was found a week later under tornado debris. The coroner ruled Catherine had drowned.
I don't know why she was there and how long she was there, and whether she fell or whether when the storm, she was there and the storm came and debris knocked her down and then she drowned. You know, I just don't know.
This Memorial Day, you'll hear more from Bob and others who talked with me about how they're doing 5 years later. Our special coverage begins Monday on News Center 7, beginning at 5.